Hey guys, it's Valerie here, so welcome back to my channel. So today it's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna be showing you guys what I'm gonna be cooking for dinner tonight. So I decided to make some bomb ass shrimp spaghetti, and if you guys want to see how to cook this bomb ass shrimp spaghetti, then definitely keep on watching. So the first step that you should always do is wash your hands, because after a long day, you're about to make dinner, you just need to remove all of the bacteria, whatever that you've been doing all day. You just need to wash your hands. That's just hands down the first step of cooking. And then the next step that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to prep my shrimp. I like to add gloves when I'm cleaning my shrimp because I just feel more comfortable with that. I don't know. So my shrimp is just in a bowl right now with warm water so I could de-ice it, because it was frozen, and I'm just showing you guys how it looks right now. And then I also have a bowl and my knife ready because I'm about to clean my shrimp. The mistake that people keep making is that they don't clean their shrimp, so it doesn't really taste the same, at least to me. So the first step of cleaning your shrimp is obviously removing the peel, like the shell, off of the shrimp, and removing the tail off of the shrimp. And also you have to devein the shrimp. As you can see, that black line right there, that you have to devein it. I literally take the knife and I cut down the middle, and then it's really easy. Then you just go in there and then you pull it out. After that, I flip the shrimp over and I cut the tail right down the middle, because sometimes there's stuff that you have to devein in there also. And then I'm just going to cut my shrimp into 3 pieces, getting it ready for my spaghetti. And then the next steps are repetitive. I'm doing the same thing again and again until I'm all the way done. After that, I'm just going to go ahead and wash my knife. I use a lot of Clorox when I'm using seafood or any type of meat, because you just want to go ahead and really clean whatever that you're using. And then after that, my shrimp is all ready to be cleaned. So you think you cleaned the shrimp, but you actually didn't. You just cleaned it. That doesn't make sense. Anyways, I'm going to take my white distilled vinegar, and literally this is what we're using to clean the shrimp all the way. I use this for every type of meat that I have. You just gotta clean it. A lot of people don't clean their meats or their seafood. It's kind of weird, but I'm Haitian, so I gotta clean my shit. It has to be done. So I'm just gonna let that sit there while I go ahead and cut my produce. So next up, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my tomatoes. And I have a cutting board, but I tried to use it to be all fancy, but my Haitian senses were tingling and I just had to do it the old-fashioned way. So I'm just cutting everything, but I'm cutting it onto the board. That's something. And then also I'm just gonna go ahead and cut my onion. Make sure you wash your produce, guys, because a lot of people don't, and I don't know why, but you gotta wash it. They don't wash it for you. You guys have to wash everything. Don't trust people. Just wash your shit. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my garlic. And that's basically the produce that I'm gonna be using. I didn't have peppers. I'm so upset at myself, but I didn't feel like going out to buy peppers anyways. But after that, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse my shrimp out of that distilled vinegar. I gave it 2 rinses, and now it's all set. Next, I'm gonna season my shrimp. So before I season it, I'm gonna use lime. You see me hitting the lime, that's because I want to get all of the juice out so it can be nice and juicy when you drop the juice in the shrimp. You'll see what I mean. As I'm cutting it up right now, you can see the juice is coming out of it because I made it extra juicy. I don't know. Now I'm just squeezing the lime in there, and you see how juicy it is. So if you need that tip, that's a tip for you guys. Just hit the lime a couple times, not too much, just a couple. Then I'm gonna take this Haitian spices called épices. So it's basically just blended up produce like, you know, peppers, onions, stuff like that, and you just add it in there. Next, I'm taking my Haitian piment. Every Haitian should have this in their house. If you don't have this in your house, you're not Haitian. Basically, it's just a pepper that you're using just to spice it up. Then I'm gonna take my lories, and I'm just gonna add some onto the shrimp. And then I'm also gonna take some paprika, and I'm gonna add that onto my shrimp. Some black pepper, add that onto my shrimp. And then what else am I using? Rosemary, garlic, add that onto my shrimp. I use a lot of seasoning. And then I'm gonna take my 6 peppers. I really like peppers, in case you guys didn't know. Then my adobo from Goya, ShopRite, you can find it at ShopRite. Add that onto my shrimp, and then a little bit of salt. And then I'm just gonna mix everything all together, and your shrimp is ready. Next step, I'm gonna take some oil and I'm gonna pour it into my pot. And then I'm also going to fry some garlic in my pot as well. I don't know why, but my mom has been doing this for such a long time, so I just do it too. So I'm gonna let that fry in there. And then I'm gonna take some hot water and pour it in there. And then I'm gonna add my salt, and then I'm gonna mix all that together, and I'm gonna cover the pot with the lid and let that boil, and that will be our hot water for our spaghetti. Alright, so I'm gonna take another pot, and the oil's already hot, so I'm gonna add all of my produce in there. So that's gonna be the tomatoes, the onions, and what else? The garlic that we cut up in there. And then I'm just gonna mix it all up, and I'm gonna add some seasoning to that as well. So I'm gonna add some paprika, I'm gonna add some black pepper to it, and then what else did I add? I think that's it. And then I'm gonna mix everything all together and close the lid and let that simmer down. And then I'm gonna go back to my boiling water pot, and I'm gonna add my spaghetti. And it's gonna be me, my mom, my sister, and my little cousin. So I put a lot of spaghetti to make sure that everyone has enough, and to leave some for my sister to go to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna go back in that pot with the produce, and I'm gonna mix everything up. And then now I'm gonna add the shrimp in there, but I'm not gonna add the shrimp sauce. Like, I'm not gonna add that. I'm gonna add that last, because the shrimp will make its own water. Like, I don't know why, but shrimp does that. I'm just gonna mix it up and cover it back up and just let that simmer down and let the shrimp cook. But also I added some lories in there. Maybe I thought it didn't have enough salt. And that's it for now. And then the spaghetti's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and wring the water out. Well, I'm gonna remove all the water. And then that's our spaghetti. And then I'm gonna go back in the pot with the sauce and add the remaining shrimp sauce, the seasoning, and let that boil for a little bit. So I went on ahead and washed that bowl that had the shrimp in there, and then I dried it and I put the spaghetti in there just so it's an easy transition into the pot. So now I'm just gonna take the spaghetti and add that into the sauce, into the pot, and then I'm gonna mix it all up. So that's what I do. I literally add a little bit of spaghetti at a time, and then I mix it up just to make sure that every spaghetti is like coated in the sauce, and it tastes really good. And so after that, I'm just gonna add some paprika and some Parmesan cheese, and it tastes so good. So I'm just gonna literally pour that Parmesan cheese, not pour, but kind of pour, you know, and then I'm gonna mix everything up all together, and then I'm just gonna shut the lids. I'm gonna put the lid back on the pot, and just gonna let that simmer for a little bit, and then voila, that's our spaghetti. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.